Okay, so I'm going to talk about this drawing. This is Dungeon Meshy fan art, but I'm going to talk about my style that I use in this and some of my inspirations. Just skipping past all the other things on the canvas. Okay, here's this guy. So I don't really do much of a base sketch, like blocking out shapes very often. I like to just go right into it. It's just where I'm at in my artistic journey right now. It's the most fun for me, and I just generally like to do what's fun. I could do these little lines all day. Oh, here I wanted to explain, I erase parts on this big black section of the main so that I can have somewhere to scribble more in. That's just something that I do to kind of add the hatching texture everywhere instead of having big black shapes. Just doesn't seem right. There's me sketching the body. On this one, I actually did something sort of unusual for my usual style in that I actually did a sketch on this one. So I'm lightening up the background and coming in and doing actual line art. It's because for this character, I felt like he had this very ornate, quality to him, and I wanted to get these filigree shapes involved. I felt like it suited the character really well, and it's also just, I like doing it. It's a fun thing for me to do, these little filigree shapes. So yeah, that's just me filling the line art. I could do these little hatching lines all day. They're so fun for me. It's very meditative. That's why I do it. I can talk a little bit about some of my style inspirations too. The first artist is Wendling. I love her animals. She doesn't overdo her line art. They still very much maintain the sketch quality. I think her animals have amazing musculature. I love how they float and interact with each other, the proportions. This next artist is Karl Alexander Wilke. I love his colors and his proportions for his people. I like their faces, very exaggerated expressions. Wouldn't recommend his historical background, Germany, 1940s. But I'm separating the artist from the art on this one because the art itself alone inspires me. This is Heinrich Kley. He's another German artist. His sketches and the looseness of them, the lines that are just blend off into nothing, they're not overly particular, and he just really, I love the visceral quality of it. Oh my god, okay, I'm looking up images for this video, and these are Heinrich Kley's centaurs, and I love centaurs. I've seen his centaurs before, but look at these ones fighting. The blood. Look, here's my art. I did this without a reference, I just wanted to do it. The blood! The centaur on its back, what? Oh my god, I guess he's a bigger inspiration than I thought, dude. Same frequency, I love centaurs fighting. Rose O'Neill, the Sweet Monsters series. I love these monsters. This is a very recent inspiration for me. The way that she builds up the form by just endlessly scribbling these monsters, it's clearly a passion project for her. How muscular and strong and statuesque they are, but they're still so sweet and like sensual in the way that they interact with each other in the world. She's a recent inspiration. I didn't know, but she's famous for the Kewpie dolls. Kewpies, yeah, they never were my thing, but that's her claim to fame. One of her inspirations I read is Gustave Dore, which I share. I had a lot of his books as a child, and his etching is very clean, which is not really what I'm going for at the moment, but the lines are very inspiring, and I love the value. I'm very much in the black and white range right now. I need to work on my color, but for now, this is what I like to do. This is Sainer. He's a Polish contemporary artist and muralist. His lines are very inspiring. I feel like hatching is such a small-scale thing, and so it's interesting to see it in the form of a mural. Then I have to talk about Kim Jung-gi. I mean, I don't need to say too much. Everyone knows about him. But his just boldness of line, trust in himself, and his lack of sketching it's always been very inspiring. And then there's Moebius. I love his people portraits and the way he uses hatching on their faces. Here's an example of me taking something from Moebius and putting it to my own practice. I use a small eraser on the edges of my lines to blend them out into the white here. I just think it transitions it better for the hatching in this case. So that's an example of you know, me taking from my inspirations and making it my own. Yeah, here's the finished product. I love this character. It's such a great story. Read the manga if you haven't. Yeah, thank you for watching.
Who is that? Who is that? Who is it? It's Booba. Oh, he's so handsome. Hello. Hello, my ugly little friend. Oh, he's such a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes.